In year one, we bought this abandoned farm in central Portugal. We got this container for €2,500 and made it our temporary home while we began the long journey of rebuilding. We cleared the land, built a compost toilet, and put together a simple outdoor shower, just enough to meet our basic needs. Year 2 was all about expanding the container to live more comfortably and start restoring the main property, but it was also a difficult year personally. We lost my dad and everything came to a halt for a while. We went back to the UK while Simon kept the renovation going. Then came year 3, a year of rebuilding in every sense. We relocated to Portugal permanently with my mom and our 3 cats. And this time, we got to work. It turned out to be our most productive year so far, full of progress, momentum, and a real sense of purpose. Here's everything we managed to do on year 3. This is how we found our tiny home when we returned, and this is how we left it. The tongue and groove cladding was done, and we picked up right where we left off. The goal, a working kitchen and a flushing toilet by year's end. At just 9 square meters, this space will become our testing ground for the coming years, where we will learn by doing, making mistakes and figuring things out before applying it all to the main renovation.
And then this. Over here. Lighting circuits, you can put all the junctions by the switches or by the light switches or even somewhere completely different. Imagine. That wouldn't be good, would it? Okay.
The next job was building the partition wall, splitting the space into kitchen and bathroom.
3.
And close. Okay. You do, and I've got to say, the most difficult cuts of all, you got
Thank you.
After Simon and Omar's great achievement getting the stud work up, I had my own little win, adding a touch of luxury to our setup, our very own washing machine. Now we just need to seal up this gap between the container and the extension.
That is not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can put the other end on the ground. Looking good.
And also sealed up the gaps outside the extension. As many of you know, we swear by the Shosugi band method. It's hands down one of the best ways we've found to protect the wood from pests and weather damage.
Oh wow.
Yes! For those of you guys that have been following along our build, you're very familiar with how it looks today. And for those of you that have just joined us on this video, this is a little bit of a sneak peek of how it looks today. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of determination and planning, and going to the UK, saving money, an amazing contribution by Simon as well. Like, without Simon, this would not be happening. And also, you know, it's been great, and we're gonna have a break very soon. We're gonna go to Italy all together for my mom's 70th and Omar's birthday as well. Simon's coming and Jai is coming, my sister, the kids, and it's gonna be a really nice deserved break. We need to brush our Italian a little bit, so that's all going to be possible thanks to Rosetta Stone. So one of the things I really like about Rosetta Stones is that it divides their lessons into core lessons like dining and vacation, or travel, or social life and friends, which is really interesting to then kind of learn what you want as well. It has really small lessons as well. They're all like 10 minutes, so they're very easy and digestible for you to follow along. And then you can just do it anytime you have a little break. I really like how it helps with the pronunciation as well. So it literally listens to you, how you say it, then it gives you feedback, and then you have to repeat it back to it until you get it right.
Ti chiamerò fra 2 settimane.
Ti chiamerò fra 2 settimane. Ti chiamerò fra 2 settimane. Yeah. Rosetta Stone's lifetime subscription, which gives you access to 25 different languages forever, is down 60% from $399 to $149 with no renewal fees ever. Just click on the link on the description below or scan the QR code on your screen right now. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. I would like to give a massive thanks to Rosetta Stone for once again partnering with us on this video. Next was adding insulation to the extension. We are using the cheapest option we could find, which is 9mm rock wool. I've got to be honest, I really hate working with this stuff. It gets super itchy on your arms and face, so next time we'll probably go with something else.
That's right.
Then we added some divisions to the stud wall between the bathroom and the kitchen.
We're trying hard.
And then started to add the insulation bit by bit on the walls. Great! First time! This is one of our many kitchen setups that we had in here, and we had to move it to be able to work on the walls.
So it's gonna go, yeah, that's gonna
Perfect! Cool.
Yeah, I would hang off that. Get this until
It would be great if we can just do this and actually do plasterboard.
Yeah, like get it to a point. I don't want to stop it now when we've got the momentum going.
Okay.
I'm going to redo all the circuits afterwards.
First circuit.
Need a Stanley knife. Ah!
Plasterboards. How are you doing this morning?
Very good. Happy to get that one up.
Someone already has done this one here.
I have been waiting a very, very long time to open this box. Oh my gosh. Fit in there, it goes straight into another pipe. Oh yeah!
Omar then had to tackle the shower plumbing, and as you'll see later, it turned out to be one of the most frustrating parts of the whole extension. Safe to say, he's not a fan of plumbing anymore.
Over there. So the water's going to come in from there. I've turned off the water over here. So these are 15 centimeters away from each other. And now I have to put some plasterboard and get these babies to stick out. Please work. Oh bugger. We have 2 leaks. This one's still leaking. Both are still leaking. No, please, no. So bad for it. If you're gonna leak now. Oh, you.
Unfortunately, it wasn't really working yet, so the best thing to do was to leave it for now and move on to something else.
It's a new day. Time to work on this section over here.
We added more plasterboard, accidentally picked up some pink ones as well, and installed a socket for the kitchen appliances.
That's the plug.
Finally! Last year, we lifted the stones in front of our container and saved them. There is slate, and this area used to be a threshing ground. Since Omar and I are unlikely to be threshing grain anytime soon, it was a perfect place to put our container. The stones, though, are precious to us, so we are reusing them to lay a new floor here, and with the help of locals Zé and Enrique, we were able to create a typical Portuguese schist stone floor.
This area is more. I'm not washing machine on, so it has to be.
Well, I think this bit, the property space.
With the floor laid out, it was time to polish it and clean off the excess mortar. Ze and Enrique recommended us to use fine sand and a sponge for the job.
You like it?
Very much so.
With the floor all done, it was time to move inside and start skimming the plasterboard. You're probably wondering right now, why is she skimming the whole plasterboard? What was the point of using plasterboard then? Fair questions. The thing is, the wood behind it wasn't really straight. We used freshly cut timber that warped and twisted, so the walls ended up a bit wonky. Plus, we figured it was a good chance to learn how to skim walls. Maybe a useful skill down the line. With the walls done, it was time to start building the kitchen cabinets. We decided to make them from scratch, as IKEA or anything like it was way out of our budget. And believe it or not, using solid wood and doing it ourselves turned out to be cheaper and likely way more durable. Wait, just don't worry. And that's the 60.
So this is going like this. What we do is wrap it down. You look at me. Push. Well, you know.
It worked the first time, that's so nice. Oh, is it leveled? Oh,
It's pretty good.
it is pretty level. Omar was heading back to the UK to save more money for the project, and he really wanted to leave at least knowing we had a working flushing toilet, so we started picking up the pace. While he focused on the kitchen, I got started on the bathroom tiling. We chose some basic metro tiles, the cheapest we could find here, and got to work. The plan was to tile from floor to ceiling on the shower and sink side, and halfway up on the toilet side. And then you get a really nice straight cut. Oh, it works well. Oh, maybe not.
Man, I didn't put any pressure. No.
I didn't film in the end, it took me forever. Oh, of course it cracked. Oh, I was almost done.
No.
Look at my holes.
Holy tiles.
Holy tiles. Yeah, they look okay. It's just fine. It's fine. I call it PTSD because they're very annoying to do. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
How do you know if the one in the back isn't moving?
Well, you check underneath to see if there's water dropping over there. I'm very nervous to turn the water on because if it leaks, I'm going to leave Andrea with a non-functioning indoor shower. I tried my hardest, Andrea.
Something's happening there.
Huh?
It's leaking here. This was probably the most frustrating part. The tap was constantly leaking and it was around 37 degrees outside, not exactly ideal working conditions. We ended up pulling all the towels out, redoing the plumbing, getting extra materials to fix it, and in the end,
so far so good. Oh, this is very cool. I can't hear anything this time.
And after that, we moved on to building the kitchen. Should I be able to put a drawer there?
Yeah, you're doing great. Well done. Strong woman.
Yes!
Hi, Tam!
Oh, hi.
You don't want to wake up back in your bed. Do you like my cup? Alright, we're going to try and install a toilet.
We have a toilet indoors.
Alright then, so the next one would be...
Unfortunately, my skimming wasn't exactly perfect, so a fair bit of sanding had to be done before we could start painting. Omar also gave the pine beams a really good sanding, and they looked beautiful against the tone and groove. Look how cool that looks there.
Okay, you need to put a level on the front bit there maybe.
Yeah, so we're going to leave this bit to do afterwards because we need to paint.
We decided to build our own sliding door using some tongue and groove and some timber. It would save space in the tiny kitchen by sliding between the wall and the fridge. The most cost-effective way to finish the floor in the kitchen and bathroom was to use vinyl, so I laid down a roll of it with some glue underneath. That meant we could finally hit the next milestone, getting the fridge into the kitchen.
Okay, we've got to leave enough room for the door to open as well, haven't we? Hang on.
Next, we carried on with the tongue and groove cladding outside.
Oh, now look, here it is.
And reached one of the most exciting milestones of the year, connecting the extension to the container.
Yeah, it's loose.
Oh my god!
We then added a beautiful second-hand double door I found online, which needed a bit of trimming to fit properly.
But when we put the stops in, that will help it.
That actually sucked everything down now. Nice one.
Oops. It's just a...
Very fast.
Yeah.
One of the crown jewels of this extension is definitely the next addition, a completely bespoke breakfast bar made entirely from scrap wood.
That. Something like that. Haven't got the measurement here offhand. Something like that.
It might not look like a lot has changed here, but for us, it was huge. With the extension, our quality of life went up massively. A working oven, a place to eat together, a flushing toilet, and an indoor shower especially welcomed in the winter. This little space became truly livable and gave us the comfort we needed while the bigger renovation continued. But the biggest transformation of the year was this room, my mom's room. So this is how we left the property, and this is how we found it 3 months later. The progress has been amazing, and just in time too, because a new member was going to stay and live with us. We then picked up where we left off. The next step was filling in the ring beam around the room, ready for the roof build later on. But before that, Simon needed to fill some of the gaps with stones.
When you do rendering.
With the ring being poured on 3 sides and the gable wall cladding coming together nicely, it was time for the final pour, the section along the original stone wall facing the road.
straight down.
This day was all about measuring that both ridge beam heights were the same with the good old water method, so Simon could use the lines to know where the block work would end.
Somewhere in there.
At this stage, the ring beams were done, the gable walls built, and the tops poured smooth, so it was time to move on to the roof.
Let's get the handles for next. Okay. What I did with it.
At this point, we needed some extra help, so we asked our friends Josh and Manel to join us. We were overjoyed, as they are both incredibly experienced and talented carpenters.
Don't worry. That's what a seagull sound.
You're going to have, like, all of this recording, you're going to get like 2 seconds worth.
Ah, lovely.
Got to rotate the other way. What about you, Mel?
Come on back.
That's the line.
Do you want me to get the treatment ready now?
So we're at some point, Omar,
Yeah.
just to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little...
Okay. Oh, lovely.
Oh!
It's not actually.
Can't stop touching it.
Wow, look at that, like
Nice.
at that angle. Ah. You are. Oh, beautiful. Alright, don't want to break it, do it?
Going in the outside of that plug.
doesn't go up.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. So you can knock it over.
Each rafter had to be trimmed, passed up, measured, passed back down, cut to size, and then passed up again to be screwed in place. As you can see, the room's a bit of an odd shape. We were told we couldn't change the dimensions, and if we'd gone with a standard right angle, it would have made the space much smaller. So it's not just a challenge for the rafters, but it'll be tricky for the tiles later on too.
Like this. What is it to top? Further. Oh yeah.
Ya, pero tienes que tirar la partida.
Josh was busy trimming rafters while Simon and Manel started fitting the vapor barrier on the roadside of the roof.
As much as possible off.
Meanwhile, Omar was getting ahead and prepping the battens by treating them with an anti-bug solution.
We're gonna stick them inside and
Heads.
what's wrong with it? 25. Oh!
With just 2 people working on the roof at a time, Manel made 2 batten jigs to get the spacing right.
$130 from the batten. I've been crimed against.
Got it?
Yeah, sure. Pass it down and I'll. Yeah.
The roof was really coming together so quickly. This was only day 2 and the guys were flying through it. After the great progress with Josh and Manel, Simon carried on with the roof on his own, while Omar and I passed the towels up to him.
horrible.
Super hot, dusty.
Yeah.
With the roof nearly finished, Simon continued working on the stone cladding for the gable wall.
Can even lift it up there.
So over here, that's the ventilation from the toilet.
Yeah, I'll get this one while it's hot.
Oh, it looked really good.
Yeah. I like that one, that's better, isn't it? So we can get up to where we want to be. Come off without breaking it.
Next, Simon tackled the rendering inside. The stone walls were really uneven, so they needed a lot of filling. It starts off rough and patchy, then gets smoother as you build it up.
Like that. Everything pretty level.
There was still a bit left to render in this room, so I offered to help Simon and maybe learn something in the process as well. We got started, but flicking on the render turned out to be way harder than I expected.
Get a little bit and bang. Like that. Bang it in there. So if you're aiming there, get it up under there, like that. Boom.
So I ended up leaving him to it. I'm pretty sure I would have just slowed things down. We filled the ground with rubble, got the bathroom plumbing in place, and then the room was ready for the concrete floor to be poured.
Check the supermarket one. Otherwise I was using your one.
Well done, Simon.
Well done, team. Come on, group effort there.
All right.
Next, it was time to build up the partition wall to create the bathroom area.
Start in the other wall, mark it out again.
Shuttering finish, it's time to add a support beam for the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, no, this one's gone lovely.
Already and notched, nice and straight.
We had some leftover flagstones from the floor, so we decided to reuse them as window sills. We already had the materials, so why not put them to use?
Sorry.
We didn't want to use commercial pigments for the final layer on the windowsills. It can be a bit too bright. So instead, we used some clay from the build to tint the render naturally.
These edges are difficult. Line rendering. There you go, see all the high spots.
But essentially that's how it's going to look.
I haven't jiggled it yet.
Look at that. Do a tiny bit at a time.
This might be one of our best second-hand finds, an aluminum window for 350 euros. We even designed the room around it. A new one like this, easily 1,500 euros, so yeah, we were pretty chuffed. And just like that, the room was coming together. It was also time to install the door, which we also found second-hand. It's a bit rough up close, so Mom decided it should be painted. By this point, it was the end of August, and my sister and brother-in-law had arrived. Das is also a builder, so he was excited to pitch in and contribute to the build.
Nice. That's what the mixing is for.
No, that's pretty much there now. Well, shouting.
Unfortunately, with old stone walls, you sometimes get issues like efflorescence, those white salt marks that show up on the surface. We've been treating it with an anti-saline solution, but to be honest, it's probably something we'll always be dealing with. It's not dangerous, it just looks pretty terrible. We've been looking into longer-term solutions like tanking the outside, which we'll hopefully get to later on.
Okay,
Oh yeah, that was the right size.
wait.
We're not with
This has been a year's worth of hard work, rebuilding a stone house for my mom to live in. We've learned so much through this build, and Simon even got to tick off a bucket list dream, building a house pretty much from scratch. It's been our biggest milestone so far, and an incredible experience to carry into the next phases of our project. And while all of this was going on, we also took on some big projects around the land. All the pipework from my mom's room and the tiny house was already in place, so we had a 5,000-litre septic tank delivered to connect everything up. Once it arrived, we brought in a digger to tackle several jobs, and honestly, it was impressive how much got done in just one day.
I need to show my mom. My mom is gonna be so annoyed she's missing this.
They placed the septic tank in to check the fit, then took it back out to level the ground properly with sand and gravel. A bit of back and forth, but all part of getting it right.
Take the shovel and get another.
This one? Good.
I think deep inside, Omar really wants to drive the digger. Once the tank was in place, Omar and I got to work connecting all the pipes.
Hey, ready? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nuno was on the digger, burying the pipes and flattening the area that will become the car park. Then his son came in with the compactor, that heavy machine with the huge roller, to level everything down. By 10 o'clock in the evening, we replanted an olive tree, installed the septic tank, and finished a brand new car park.
Many euros. Order.
The next day, we put it to use straight away with our first delivery. All that was left was hooking everything up. We built 2 inspection boxes, one by Mum's and one near the garden.
And then this one is going to be made into a speedway with some very slippery tiles to make sure that everything flows straight into that other tube without any kind of blockages.
So we'd have access if anything ever needed fixing. But of course, other things were happening around the land too. Not everything can be about renovating. You need a break or little projects that help you relax. So for the first time, we made a veggie patch. I wanted to make a really simple vegetable patch, starting everything from seed. I built it with basic 5x5 timber, the cheapest I could find. Nothing really fancy. The idea was to eventually harvest the seeds from what we grow, since they tend to do better once they have adapted to the land. But of course, my first attempt didn't quite go to plan. The seeds got blown away and I had to start all over again. Our neighbor was incredibly kind and came over to cultivate the land for us. It really needed it. There was a lot of buried rubbish underneath and the tractor managed to pull a lot of it out. After that, the soil was much fluffier and was easier for me to work with. Then his wife came by with loads of tomato plants and taught me how to plant them. Okay. By May, the seedlings were doing really well. And by June, many were ready to go into the ground. We grew mostly courgettes, peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes. I also tried chard, but honestly, we just don't enjoy eating it, so I won't grow it again.
What I was mostly excited about were the San Marzano tomatoes, and for the first time I made passata, something I'll probably keep doing every year now. I loved how the garden started attracting so many birds. It felt good knowing it was feeding more than just us.
Jumping on the bike and going for a ride, really.
By September, things were starting to slow down in the garden, and with how busy we were on the main build, I didn't get around to planting any winter crops. But in December, we reused some old roof tiles to create a new veggie bed, ready for the next round. We then kicked off a huge new project, rebuilding this stone outbuilding what will become our living, kitchen and bedroom space. It's our current build and it deserves its own video, so if you would like to follow the transformation, make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. We hope you enjoyed this video and our journey through year 3. Massive thanks to Josh, Manel, Enrique, Ze, my mom, Jaisa, Daz, Elena coming along, and the kids, and especially to our brother-in-law Simon, the glue and expertise behind it all. We couldn't have done it without you, mate. An update on the current build is coming soon, so stay tuned and thank you so much for watching. We will see you very soon.